Hello everyone, welcome to Harold's Korean Lab. Hey, you might wonder why I used a knife in my thumbnail with a caption reading Korean Romanization under the knife. Well, it's a metaphor if you will. Because under the knife means undergoing surgery, I thought it would be a good description of what I was doing to the ailing official Romanization system, conducting major surgery with a wicked-looking knife. By the way, I made this Tlingit native carving knife back in 1980. The blade was forged from a broken piece of a huge bandsaw from the head rig of a sawmill. After I heated up the blade to hammer it to shape, I quenched it in my own urine, just like the Tlingit native carvers used to do in the good old days. Anyway, this is the second video of a three-part series dealing with the problems in the current Romanization systems for the Korean language and to introduce a new Romanization system that I have developed to help you learn Korean easier. In my previous video, I dealt with the 10 root vowels in the Korean alphabet. Today, I will talk about the 11 combination vowels. These combined vowels also have pronunciations that are exactly the same as their names. Here they are, along with their Korean romanizations from the official romanization tables and from my new romanization system. Ye, wa, we, wo, we, ye, wa, we, wo, we, In the following discussions, these vowels will be presented slightly out of order to facilitate the discussion. Vowel E is officially romanized as AE, probably because the International Phonetic Alphabet uses the conjoined A and E to represent the A sound in words like cat or apple. But the Korean vowel E does not actually have the A sound in cat or apple. It is much closer to the EH sound, E, as you can see from the word ain. It's ain, not ain, right? Nevertheless, I decided to use AE to represent this vowel only because I have to save the best romanization for this vowel, which is EH, to represent another vowel, the almost identically sounding E. Can you tell the difference between E and E? There's a very tiny difference in the sounds, but when these vowels are pronounced during normal conversation or when singing, there is virtually no difference in the sounds. Indeed, both would best be represented by EH, E. However, we should not have the same romanization for two different Korean vowels, now should we? So, I had to make a choice here. Vowel E will have an imperfect romanization of AE, A, while vowel E will have a perfect romanization of EH, E. You might ask, why not just use letter A for vowel E? Well, as you know, letter A also has many different sounds in English, as in at, want, part, and date. Now, for the same reasons discussed above, I will leave the official romanization for the vowel ye and we as they are, with their AE combinations in their romanizations. For the vowel ye, the official romanization is ye. But when you see this word, most English speakers might pronounce it as yee, ye, just like the word ye that appears so much in Old English literature or the Bible. In order to avoid the confusion, I decided to go with yeh so that English speakers will not pronounce this vowel as ye, yee. The next vowel is wa, which is romanized as wa. As you can see, English speakers might pronounce wa as wa, or we. So I'm going to use wah, instead. Vowel we is officially romanized as oe. How in the heck can you get we out of oe? For English speakers who are used to seeing the vowel combination OE in words like poet, row, and shoe, no wonder they will never read this as we. Thus, I will use WEH, we, instead. For the vowel we, which has almost an identical sound to we above, the official system uses just WE, which English speakers will pronounce as we more than we. Thus, I will use the letters WEA to represent this vowel, as in weather. Please note that we, and we have almost identical sounds. Indeed, in normal conversation or when singing, there is virtually no difference. For beginning Korean speakers, before you get to the fine details of Korean pronunciation, all three of these can be represented adequately by the romanization WEH, we. However, I will not do that here because each Korean vowel should be represented by a romanization that is specific to that vowel. That way, you'll know exactly what Korean vowel is being represented by a particular romanization. The next vowel is wo, which is officially romanized as WO. This romanization is incorrect because the vowel does not contain an O sound. It contains an sound instead. Thus, I would romanize it as WUH, wo. The next vowel is we, for which the official romanization uses WI to represent this vowel. This is okay. Just remember that the letter I in Korean romanization is always short, as in big. Finally, we get to the vowel 의, which has no equivalent letters in English. You will note that the first part of this vowel is the same as the unique sounding vowel discussed in the previous video. Remember? The second part of this vowel has a short I sound, I. And combining these two root sounds, we come up with a vowel that is pronounced 의. As you can see, there is no way we can come up with an English equivalent for this sound. So I will go with U:I, which should be pronounced like a single syllable. 의, 의. The official romanization uses UI to represent this vowel, but people might just pronounce that as oo, as in juice. I prefer my system with a colon attached to the letter U, which is then attached to the letter I. Now, to complicate matters, most Koreans do not pronounce this vowel with its normal sound when it's added to the end of a word to indicate that the word is a possessive noun or a possessive pronoun. Rather, they pronounce it the same way as they would for the vowel EH, as in 나의 삶. Thus, in my romanization system, I will go with EH instead of U:I when this vowel appears in a possessive noun or pronoun. To further complicate matters, this difficult vowel can have yet another sound that is different from its ordinary pronunciation of 의. When the vowel follows the consonant hyut, its sound will change to I, as in 희망. Hey, that is all for the combination vowels. There are two things you should remember about these vowels. Remember that although the vowel is romanized to a, it sounds more like EH, e. Also, remember that the unique vowel 의 has three different sounds, depending upon whether it's used to indicate a possessive or it follows the consonant hyut, as in 의심, 나의 희생. As long as you can remember these two rules, the rest of the romanizations for these vowels should come naturally to you in pronunciation patterns that you are already used to. In my next video, which will be the third in a series of 3 introductory videos, I will deal with the subject of consonants. If you like these videos, please subscribe and turn on your alarm bell so that you can get notified when I post new videos. Thank you, and see you soon.